Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of Noah Knows, the science of health and fitness. I am your bearded bullshit buster and swolly scientist. Thank you so much for being here today, guys. What we're going to be discussing in this episode is going to be the brand new Apple Watch Series 5. All right, guys, so as you may already be aware of, this past week, Apple had their big convention and they unveiled all the new latest gadgets, the iPhone 11, the Pro, the Max, and most importantly for me and like-minded people, it's going to be the Apple Watch Series 5. I love Apple products. What about you, Chris? How do you feel about them?
I'm all Apple. No, I tried the Android Switch once or twice over the last decade, and I couldn't stay. I had to come back to Apple. I used to wait in line. Like at the iPhone 3, iPhone 4 in the morning, geeking out. I used to do that all the time.
All right. So what about the watches? Do you like the watches? Have you ever used them for health benefits?
I'll answer this in two parts. I've had an Apple Watch, the one before this. The one they just announced, obviously.
So you had the Series 4?
Yeah, the latest one.
Okay.
I remember asking for the latest one because I wanted to be able to listen to music without my phone, if it was, me attempting to go to the gym. And I also liked it for when you're a bartender or a server. You could talk to text as you're still working.
Feel like Dick Tracy up there, like a secret agent.
And it worked incredibly well, but eventually I just took it off, left it off, and it collected dust for about 2 months, and then I sold it to somebody who sells Apple stuff on eBay.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do much good if you're not wearing it. But, however, if you are interested in it, I want to highlight some of the new features that the Apple 5 series has and what it means for you and your health. So first off, I want to cover the fact that this watch right here, the Series 4 and the Series 5, is the only FDA-approved heart rate monitor on the market for personal use, as well as being the most advanced and accurate heart rate monitor in terms of activity tracking, irregular heartbeats, and being able to do an EKG. Now, over the past year, they did the largest study ever on heart health. It's called the Apple Heart Health Study, had 400,000 participants, the largest study ever done on AFib. And what that means for you is because it's constantly tracking its heart rate and you can actually take an EKG, this can literally save your life by detecting irregular heartbeats and notifying emergency personnel.
I've heard stories like that where the Apple Watch has done that successfully. Not that you're saying it can do it, but it has done it, right?
Yes. This is a feature that's already built in that's just more accurate now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, for someone like myself, last year, my father suffered what's called a widowmaker heart attack, and just out of dumb luck or a miracle, should you believe in things like that, when it happened, worst case scenario, my dad was in the Grand Canyon, suffers a widowmaker's heart attack. Do you know why they're called that?
Because I'm going to guess because the chances of survival are very low.
Yes, because it'll leave your spouse a widow. Your chances of survival are slim to none. So middle of the Grand Canyon, massive heart attack, right? You think he's never going to survive a situation like that. But he happened to be with my Aunt Sharon, who happens to head up the cardiovascular unit in one of the most prestigious hospitals in the world, which is the Henry Ford Hospital. Now, and beyond that, what makes it even more unlikely, not only did he have it in a place, the Grand Canyon, worst place, because there's...
Yeah, he was on a donkey. I mean,
just riding on a donkey.
Not even one horse.
Going around the corner, and falls
and everybody
over.
heard him because of the echo. He's like,
all joking aside, but widowmaker heart attack, unlikely scenario, but happens to have one of the leading experts in the field in that sort of medical application, and then just by chance, the hospital that's closest to them, their only option that they go to is going to be the Mayo Clinic. Have you ever heard of the Mayo Clinic?
Mm-mm. No.
So the Mayo Clinic is arguably one of the most prestigious hospitals and research facilities in the world.
It sounds like a veterinarian. What is it called?
Mayo Clinic.
Meow?
Yeah.
The Meow
No,
Clinic.
the meow. Yeah. So the Mayo Clinic. This isn't where you go and get like hoagies with extra mayonnaise or
No.
anything like that.
Yeah.
Mayo Clinic.
The best Subway ever.
Yeah. So for people that are at high risk for heart attacks, this is a great tool to have on them. Next, what I want to go into is the Apple Hearing application that comes with the new series. And you may think like, how is hearing related to health? Well, this is kind of Apple's low-key way of admitting that they're always listening to you. You know, I'm sure we've all had that situation where you talk casually about something and, you know, all of a sudden your phone's listening to you and ads pop up for that thing. You know, have you had any situations?
I am 100% getting a Subway ad or some kind of veterinarian ad after we do this.
Yeah,
show.
right?
Absolutely.
It's funny. Even just last night, talking about going to Vegas for vacation, and within minutes, scrolling on Instagram, TripAdvisor popped up for low flight prices to go to Vegas, right? So what this app is, it's an application that's always listening to you. One, so, you know, hey Siri or Google, whatever that stuff. But more importantly, what it's going to do is what happens with age? We lose our hearing, right?
Yeah.
So what this new function will do is it will alert you if you're in a room or situation where the volume or the overall atmosphere of what's going on is damaging to your eardrums. So it'll tell you like, you know, close a window or move away, turn down the volume, whatever that may be. So if you listen to your music loud or you're going to a concert, you may want to turn this app off.
Oh, okay. So if somebody who's hard of hearing and there's a fire alarm going off, it'll notify them for that? Or is it more of like I don't know, they're about to get hit by a truck or something?
So like if your music's too loud in your car.
Oh, it actually does damage that you don't realize is happening.
Yes, there's damage happening to your eardrums.
I didn't think of that.
Right?
I didn't hear you properly.
It's okay. Again, guys, not the biggest in terms of, you know, what you would consider health, but still nonetheless important. So the next thing we want to go over here. Oh, actually, I should note for this study, all your information is going to be given to the University of Michigan and the World Health Organization. That's who they're going to be teaming up with for this app. Now, going into women's health, right? We may not be the best suited as we're both men, and this new feature is specifically for women. It's going to be a period and flow cycle study.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. I shouldn't have sold my watch. Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, now can you... No, I'm going to ask this after you explain it, because I want to know can you sync it up to somebody else?
Oh,
that would be...
I don't think you need a watch for that. I think women do that all on their own in groups.
I just like that. That's the moneymaker, Apple. You're doing small time stuff right now. You want to make some money. Get me something that could tell me when she is...
Yeah. Get you out of the line of fire, huh?
Right, exactly. That's the moneymaker. What does it actually do?
So they didn't elaborate on it yet. They will release more details in time. However, that being said, the benefit of this is to detect early warnings of infertility and detect early warnings of osteoporosis. Who they're going to be working with on this application or this study is going to be the Harvard Medical School and the National Institution of Environmental Health Science. All right, so the next thing we're going to be going into here is the Apple Movement Study. All right, so this is something like, what if I told you that you, by wearing this watch, can improve your health? But not only that, you can improve the life and health of somebody else. Is that something you'd want to do?
That sounds pretty incredible and impossible.
All right. So with your watch, it tracks your calories, your active calories, your neat calories, all the various forms of exercise, right? And what they're planning to do is to analyze the activity in correlation and how it relates to improved health, right? So there was a meta-study that recently came out earlier this year that looked at how regular activity of both resistance training coupled with cardio seems to reduce all-cause mortality rates by 42%. So this is the application, right? It's really going to look at how specific activities improve your overall health. And now the two associations that they're going to be working with on this is going to be the American Heart Association, as well as the cardiovascular experts at Brigham Health University. So if you'd like to be a part of any of these studies, you can enroll later this year. All you have to do is download the actual Apple Research app. And now by signing up and enrolling into these studies, you are consenting that you are giving your information to these people. So please just be aware of that. However, that being said, as it records all of your information, you will be able to see the results and, help yourself and help other people. So those are some of the new features of the Apple Watch Series 5. Now, knowing that information, do you think that's something that might make you change your position on using an Apple Watch?
I always, of course, wanted to use the Apple Watch for how powerful it is in the health and fitness, but my history with trying to get into a fitness routine, and that's why I come to you at ClickFit. But if I continue down this path, if we graduate our training from 3 days to 4 days to 5 days a week, I would absolutely more information. Knowledge is power.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we hit the nail on the head earlier is that, adherence is the greatest thing, right? If you're not adhering to a plan, you're not going to be able to get results out of it. Just like you already have the Series 4, but you don't use it, so you have no actual benefit from it.
It's funny. It's one of those things where if you don't want the information if you know you're slacking off, right?
Yeah.
It's like the screen time thing on your phone where it tells you
ignorance is bliss, my friends.
Exactly. But if you're actively trying to get better and you're doing more than you used to, you want to know. It's like saving money or spending money or going to the gym or sitting on your phone. If you know you're improving, of course you want the data. But if you know that you're not and you're slacking off, you don't want to even know.
So for you, instant gratification is big.
Yeah.
One of the newer features is competitions with your friends. So if you want that instant gratification of winning every day, you got to get in competition with me, bud.
Is Apple paying you for this entire episode?
No.
Because they should.
I wish. All right, guys, that's going to be our episode review of the Apple Watch Series 5. Thank you so much for being here, guys. You've made my day by sticking around. And remember, only you can prevent Dad Bod. We'll see you on the next one.